Hey Transformdom, this is Ben here in Malaysia, and I'm gonna do our 15th episode of Charged News. First off, new releases. Transform Element has released their reissued TE01 OP leader. I don't have a lot of pictures here for the reissue because I guess there's just not a lot of hype around him. Fans Hobby has released their reissued MB11 God Armor. X-Transbots are preparing to release the Andras and Sweeps very soon, so I'll be on a lookout for pictures and reviews on him. Also coming up pretty darn soon, the KO MP44, so expect to see him at your doorsteps pretty soon if you have pre-ordered and paid for him. Fans Toys FT43 Dune Rider will be shipped out shortly. More exciting news, Oculamax has released their PS16 Volatus, their interpretation of Blastoff. And here's the packaging from the back. Here's how he looks in the bot mode, and it does look a little unfinished. And here's how the shuttle mode looks like. Pretty big and impressive indeed. And here's how he looks with the combined Bruticus. Looking very good. The arms on this Bruticus do seem very gigantic indeed. Takara Tomy has released their MP49 Black Convoy, and here's the packaging from the back and the accessories that you will get. An inside look at the packaging, how he looks in the alt mode, exactly what you expect from MP44. The bot mode over here looking pretty nice, and a close-up shot of the head sculpt, and here's how they look. Pretty impressive. And we can also see some engineering improvements on the knee joints on the MP49. And because MP49 does not come with a sound box, there are new modifications done on the sound box compartment. There's also new mold pieces to keep the backpack a little bit more flushed, and there's no more switches on the other side as well. Here's more pictures of the Fans Toys Hunk, what you get right out of the box, the accessories, and here's how he looks, how he scales with Brawny, and how he looks in the alt mode. Now we have more pictures of Transform Elements TE03 Speedstar. Look at the amount of articulation that you can do. Pretty impressive. Not as good as the Masterpiece figures, but pretty impressive nonetheless. Reminds me that it has Oculamax level of articulation, which is pretty good. The two head sculpts, how he looks in the Formula 1 car articulation on the spoilers, and there have been reports of some misassembly on Speedstar. Someone broke a piece right there. Some other people having broken plastics or shaved plastics. Untidy hip skirts, broken plastic bits there, scratches on the plastics, more unfinished hip skirts, plastic stress, and the steps for fixing the misassembled leg section. Now let's look at pre-orders. X-Transbots are going to do the Toon version of their Elegos, slated for release in January 2021. Fans Hobby promises to reissue their MB6C Power Baser, slated for a January 2021 release. Now on to pre-release updates. Here's a look at the Oculamax Growl compared to their Blastoff, and it is kinda cool that the limbs for the Combaticons are going to have different scales. The reissued Fans Hobby Power Baser promises new upgrades, like the red eyes featured in the toy, adjustable bumpers to give Power Baser a more stream-like look, articulated hands, and chrome thigh plates. These are pretty impressive upgrades. Over at Hong Kong, where I just left about 2 minutes away, in collaboration with Toys R Us, Hasbro has done the Hasbro Fan Expo, and in the mall they are currently exhibiting lots of Hasbro toys. And in there we have the MP50 Tigertron, the MPM10 Starscream in the jet mode and in the bot mode, as well as the hot ticket item MP39 Plus Spinout with the toy accurate head sculpt and added details on the shins. And here we have MP51 RC. Takara has released some AutoCAD images of their latest Starscream, and so here he is from the front, and he does look quite proportionate to the cartoon with anime-esque proportions, you know, the short torso and the long legs. The legs do seem to clean up very nicely, and there's a lot of added details in this AutoCAD sketch or drawing. We shall see when the grey prototype shows up. And here's the side profile. You can see there's a lot of things that is being packed into the backpack, and the wing seems to be further away from the shoulders, so that should give Starscream a whole lot of articulation on the shoulder area. The shoulder fins seems to be behind the head, so that means Starscream can really pose his head. The back also does seem to clean up very nicely indeed. At first I was a bit skeptical that this was the latest Starscream sketch until a friend on the social media put the MP44 Starscream's head next to the sketch, and it does match up very nicely indeed. And here's the Digibas by Cheebs to see what the Starscream mock-up would look like, and I am pretty impressed with what I see so far. Okay, new reveals. Transform Element is promising a G2 recolored deco of their TE03 Speedstar. More updates will come soon. The toon version of the X-Transbots Allegos is featured over here. It does seem to follow a little bit of the Fans Toys color option, with the thighs and hands to have a little bit of a pinkish hue. Here's another view of the Allegos. Allegos with hatchback and Allegos in the plane mode. I would say that this looks like a magnificent colored plane. And finally, right off the hot press, X-Transbots have shown this trailer for their Motormaster. It does look pretty good, and it seems to have a gimmick where you can store cars inside the trailer. I hope we really can. That just adds to the Masterpiece playability that we've seen from the official line. Well, that is it for Masterpiece news this time around. Are you excited for the Motormaster trailer? Are you excited for the Seekers? Have you gotten your Hunk and Speedstar yet? What are your thoughts about them? Please leave them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share button, and also hit the sub and bell icons for more future videos. Again, this is Ben here in Malaysia signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side.